Hi everyone, you are welcome today to my page. So in this video we are going to be doing meat pie. Okay, now I look at my minced beef. Then you have your potatoes, your onions, your carrots, then your spring onions. It's optional. Then in this plate I have all my spices, salt to taste, cubes, curry powder, thyme, and pepper. This is optional. If you want, you can add that. Then I'll go ahead to start cutting up my veggies. I'm trying to dice the potatoes. Make sure you do this as tiny as possible. If you have a vegetable cutter, you can use that. It will make it easier and faster for you. Now it's time to cut my carrots. I still use the same method. If you have a vegetable cutter, please do that. It will be easier. This is a hard carrot, but since it's not much, I use my hand. All done. The spring onions, the red onions. You can use any onions of your choice, but I prefer this. Then in a clean pot, I would advise you use a non-sticky pot. So if you look, I did not add any water or oil to it because meat releases its own juice after being cooked for a while. So that's why I call it a healthy meat pie. You don't need oil to fry this. Just add your beef inside, then you start adding your onions. Before you know it, water will come out of it. Then at this point I'm adding my spices into it. Keep on stirring. Can you see that water? I didn't add a single water at this point, so this water came out from the beef, and the water is mixed now with oil. Have you seen the difference between the previous meat and the one that is already cooked? So this is what you are looking for. Then it's time to add my veggies. Do that and keep on stirring. At this point, I have not yet added any water, so I have added water now because I need the potatoes and the carrot to cook. Look at that. So to bind this mixture together, I would put just a spoon of flour into a cup, add water to it and stir to remove every form of lump. By this time, my veggie has been cooking for about 5 minutes now. Then I added it into the pots. If you notice, I did not stir it immediately because I wanted it to like come together a little bit. Then I start stirring. Cook until all those water disappear. Cover. Allow to simmer for just 2 minutes. And it's done. You might be saying, oh, the potato is not yet cooked. Don't worry about that. It has been cooked already. It's not a hard potato. And the carrot is just the way I like it. If you can try this method, I know you will enjoy it. Please, at this point, if you are enjoying my video, do well to follow my page. It doesn't cost nothing. My fillings are ready. Now I have my flour for the dough, the sugar, the baking powder, the nutmeg for some flavor, and the salt to taste. Just a pinch of salt. This is actually too much. I'll be using that to grate the nutmeg, your butter, and then your egg. In my bowl of flour, I added the baking powder. This is just a spoon of baking powder, but we buy it like this. And I have 500 grams of flour in there. Pour the sugar and everything. Mix them together. If you notice, first of all, mix the dry ingredients. Then take your grater. Please, if you've not done this before, be very careful. I must assure you this is very, very risky to do. If you have any other means of trying to grate it, please do, because this is quite risky. It takes mastery for you to be able to do it. I know you're still enjoying this video. Just follow my page. It doesn't cost anything. Thank you. Then I added my butter. Sorry, I don't like to waste anything. So I just have to add it all. Using the rubbing method, I will rub in all the butter into the flour, making sure that every part of the flour is rubbed up by the butter. This is the consistency I'm looking for. If you notice, I am raising it up a little bit just to allow air to pass through it. This method is very, very important. Just cover it and allow it to sit there for just an hour or more or less, but anything from 30 minutes is okay. So it's now time to knead a little more bit. Please don't knead too much or too small, just bind it together. At this point, with my knife, I decided to shear my dough into the normal size I normally make it. This is my tray pan already spread out with a baking sheet. If you are just doing this for the first time, it might be very tricky at times. But just keep at it, you are going to get it. It's not difficult, I must assure you. This process can take me nothing less than 30 minutes to do, depending on the amount of meat pies I'm going for. So just keep at it, because there's something like what you prepared at home for you and your family to enjoy. Some people might prefer to use egg here, but I use water and it does a very great job. None of these pies will open, I can assure you that. This meat pie cutter, you don't need a fork to press it down or any measuring tool. All you just need to do is to lay your already flattened dough on top of it, and that is all. Rub water. at that. Very smooth, and it will remain like this till the end. It can come out. I forgot to show that on the camera. Before I start using this meat pie cutter, I first of all sprinkled flour on it before I start placing anything, so avoid the flour to the meat pie to not to stick on top of it. Then prepare your egg wash. You can choose to add milk into this one. I added milk to it to get not a very dark golden, but just a very nice golden color. That can do. In our already preheated oven, every oven are different, okay? So mine, I put it in 150 up and down. That is okay for it. After about 30 minutes.